Hey everybody, Paul Lidel here, and today I'm going to tell you about 10 vital lead guitar techniques. And I'm also going to show you an exercise that you can use to practice each one of these techniques, and we'll also do a lick that will encompass all 10 of these vital lead guitar techniques. The first technique we'll talk about is a slide, and the slide will sound like this. So this makes the note that you're sliding into sound much cooler. It takes the edge off of the attack. To do this type of slide, move your finger up the string and gradually apply pressure. And right when you apply pressure, then pick the string with the right hand. So you're moving your finger up the string and then gradually applying the pressure. And that's when you hit the string with the pick. Let's use the minor pentatonic scale in this pattern to practice some of these different techniques. So we're going to slide into each of these notes. And when we play this exercise descending, let's slide up to and then down from each note like this. Slide down from the notes, you gradually release the pressure from your finger. Our next technique is vibrato. Vibrato will add a lot of life to your notes. You can take a note and add some life to it by just moving it a little bit like that. So what we're doing here is we're going to use a doorknob opening motion. Our hand is going to be in this position. The elbow will be out a little bit for vibrato, and the base of the index finger will be touching the guitar, whereas the pinky side with the palm will be away from the guitar. Thumb is up over the top of the neck, just hooked up over the top of the neck like that. And what we're going to do is move the string just down a little bit, not very much at all. And each time we want to be sure to release back to the original pitch. Like that. Now notice that it's a hand movement and not a finger movement. So it's not the fingers that are doing this, it's the wrist. Let's use that same pentatonic scale to practice our vibrato. You can vibrato up or down. Notice that once I start the vibrato, keep it going. So we don't want to let the vibrato stop like this before I go to the next note. Let's combine the slides with the vibrato and play that same scale. Sliding up to each note, and then adding that vibrato. next techniques are hammer-ons and pull-offs. For a hammer-on, you'll use your finger like a hammer. So I'm going to use my ring finger to hammer onto the G string 7th fret. And get a little bit of a backswing. So the note comes entirely from the sound of the finger hitting the string and is not from the right hand. Now, a pull-off is where you use that same finger, in this case the ring finger, on the 7th fret G string, and I'm going to use that to pick the note. So you snap your finger off of the string like this. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you don't pull the string down out of tune like that. So use your index finger to support the string as you do the pull-off. So, like that. Let's combine hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now let's use that same pentatonic scale as an exercise to practice hammer-ons and pull-offs. We'll do 4 on each one like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next string. 1, 2, 3, 4. D string. And the high E string. The next technique we'll talk about is bending. Bending sounds like this. So to bend a string, we're going to push up on the string with your finger, and the hand position and arm position all is very similar to the one that we used for vibrato. So again, the elbow is out a little bit. Thumb is locked up over the top. The base of the index finger is touching the guitar, whereas the pinky side of the palm here is away from the guitar. We're going to have your fingers at a diagonal. We're going to have the string touching your finger at a very specific point. Having the string in the right spot will help to make this bending quiet. If you press down on the string and the string is too close to your fingernail, push up, you're going to catch the other strings, you're going to get extra string noise. So to prevent this, we're going to put the string in what I call the power spot. The power spot is right on the corner of your fingertip and your finger pad. I've drawn a line on the power spot right here for you to see. So using the power spot gives you a lot of power to push the string up. It also helps to keep the bend quiet. So push up. And there's almost no extra noise. Now any other extra noise can be silenced with the right hand. And this would be with the pinky side of the palm on the right hand. As a general rule, you'll want to mute the strings that are closer to the ceiling than the note that you're playing with the right hand. And then mute the strings that are closer to the floor than the note that you're playing with the left hand. Here's an example of the bend. So notice once again I'm using a doorknob opening motion, this motion. And we're going to pretend that there's a hinge at the base of the index finger right here. And when we bend up, we want to have a target note in mind. So in this case, I'm going to bend up to the note that's 2 frets higher than the note I'm starting on. So I'm starting on the 7th fret, and I'm going to bend up to the 9th fret. I'm going to try to remember what that note sounds like and push it up until it sounds the same. So you're using your ear-hand coordination to tell you when you push the string up high enough. To practice this, go to different places on the string and practice bending up to a note that's 2 frets higher. Each different place on the string will have a different amount of tension and will require a different amount of pushing up to get the note to its target note. Also, different strings also have different amounts of tension. So if you're bending on the B string, that'll have a lot less tension than if you're bending on the high E string. So try bending on the G, B, and E strings and bend on several different places on the fretboard to develop your ear-hand coordination. And later on you can bend the wound strings. They don't bend as easily and you have to bend them farther to get them to a target note. So here is an exercise that you can use to practice your bending. We're going to slide from 7 to 9 on the G string. Now we're going to bend from 7 to 9. And try to make the two things sound the same. Another cool note to bend within this scale pattern is the 8th fret B string. So slide up 2 frets and then bend up 2 frets. A technique that's often used with bending is called the choke bend, and this is done by stopping the string with the pick. And that makes it so that you can, at the top of the bend, you can go to a different note. Or bend it again. Now we can add vibrato to the top of the bend to make it sound really cool. To do this, we're going to push the string up to the target note and then let it down just a little bit. So if I push up to the target note that's on the 9th fret G string, to let the string down just about to the 8th fret or so, and then push it back up to the 9th fret. So that sounds like the 9th fret, that sounds like the 8th fret, and now I'm back to the 9th fret. And move it up and down like that. Let's do bending and vibrato starting on the 7th fret G string, and then also on the 8th fret B string. You'll notice there's a different amount of tension on each one. The next technique is a finger roll. And the finger rolls sound like this. So with finger rolls, you can play notes that are on the same fret but on different strings and have them sound individually instead of having them ring together. This would be having them ring together. Now by using a finger roll, you can have them sound one at a time. To do this technique, we're going to use the first knuckle on your finger and bend it like this. So we'll start off by fretting the G string on the 7th fret, right on the pad of the finger. And then we're going to roll over from the pad of the finger onto the fingertip onto the D string 7th fret. Back onto the G string. So G string, pad of the finger, D string, roll onto the fingertip, and back to the finger pad on the G string. Let's use our pentatonic scale to practice our finger rolls. Let's start on the 8th fret high E string, and we'll go back and forth between the 8th fret E string and the 8th fret B string. Now the 5th fret. That one's not a finger roll. And then finger roll on the 5th fret, B string to the G string. Now G string to the D string. D string to the A string. And the A string to the E string. That one's not finger roll. The next technique is a palm mute. To do a palm mute, we're going to use the pinky side of your palm and put it on the strings right where the strings meet the bridge. It gives that muted sound. Now you can adjust the muted sound by moving your hand forward on the string or backward on the string, and you can also adjust it by applying more or less pressure. You can experiment with that until you get that nice, chunky palm muted sound. Let's combine the finger rolls with the palm mute. So 7th fret, G string to the 7th fret, D string, and then the 5th fret, G string to the 5th fret, D string. And our 10th vital lead guitar technique is the pinch harmonic. Now some people call these squealies. They sound like this. So pinch harmonics are done by letting the string fall off of the pick and then hit your thumb. So I'll turn like this, and the pick's going to fall off of the string and hit the thumb. To help this happen, it helps to angle your pick down towards the floor by bending your thumb like that. So here's regular picking, and then notice to pinch harmonic, I'm going to bend that thumb down just a little bit. Now when you're practicing your pinch harmonics, move your hand up and down the string, and you get different tones depending on where on the string that you do the pinch harmonic or the squealing. Let's put all of these techniques together into one lick to practice. So our lick will start off with a slide and then go into a vibrato like this. Next will be a hammer-on and a pull-off. This is going to be on the G string, 5th fret to the 7th fret and back to the 5th fret. Now we're going to do a choked bend followed by a vibrato bend. We're going to palm mute while we do the finger rolls, and end up on the D string 7th fret with a pitch harmonic. So the whole lick sounds like this slowly. Let's take that exact same lick and move it down an octave. So we'll play it on the E string and the A string, 3rd fret and 5th fret. That'll sound like this. Let's take that exact same lick and play it an octave higher. We'll play it on the B string and the E strings, and we'll use the 8th and 10th frets. The lick will sound like this. One more time. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, and to find out when the next video will be out, please hit the subscribe button. I'm Paul Lidel. I'll see you next time.